Well, it's about damn time. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, this has been a long time coming. Seems my May Super 6 sack got lost in the mail somewhere in Illinois. It took a round trip around Detroit and Elk Grove and God knows where else. But it finally arrived, and I actually have been looking forward to opening the May 6 sack. And there's a reason for that. Down in the States, a lot of states don't have bass season. So the May 6 sack is geared towards the anglers that are going to be doing a lot of bed fishing, a lot of sight fishing, and a lot of pre-spawn and spawn period fishing. That means that a lot of the baits in the May 6 sack are geared towards pre-spawn and post-spawn fish, which is exactly where we land as far as our open season goes. So a lot of these baits are going to be very, very, very helpful in the early season up here. So without further ado, let's get into it because I've been waiting a while for this. For those of you that are interested in getting your own 6 sack, just go to sixcensefishing.com. Go over to their sack subscription and you can sign up for a sack there. It is a little more expensive because the conversion to Canadian and the shipping and stuff like that. You can mitigate a lot of that shipping though by getting a MyUS address and then just going and picking up the sack when it gets to Ogdensburg. Whatever. You know what I'm saying. It's just a quick jump across the border, you pick it up, you drive back. It's not a big deal. So, as you can tell, I just cracked the tape on this, so I have no idea what's in here. I've been keeping myself away from the spoilers online and stuff like that. But we got a pretty fancy silver sack here, though. It's almost like a silvery white. And then it's got the 6 in the fish bones going on there. So I can already tell we've got a big thing of plastics, but we'll start with those because I always start with the plastics. Yeah. Oh, this is not something I usually get in the 6 sack. So this is pretty awesome. This is the Flush 4.2 or 5.2 soft jerk bait. This is the Fluke, the 6 Sense Fluke, and this is the watermelon red. And as you know, guys, you know I'm going to open them up and show you. Oh, what a great color. This is a really nice color. So let me get that there. That is a beautiful color. Nice watermelon on the back there. Going to that pearl bottom, a little bit of blue, a little bit of green flake. There's some nice variances on the 6 Sense Fluke that I actually really, really like. Is one, they got the split belly, so you can really transpose that hook. And 2, they've got a split dorsal fin, so you have a place for that hook to go. There you go, you can kind of see it. And so your hook will go in through the back of the dorsal fin and then nestle into the dorsal fin. And then the other thing is on the back of the tail, you notice that little nodule there? That's really going to actually pick up the action on the tail. Now this is a bit bigger than most standard flukes. So you can fish this pretty much around anything. You can do keel weighted. I prefer to run these weightless and run them right through the weeds and right across the top of the weeds and stuff like that. It is just a really good versatile bait. to have in your collection. And the watermelon red is really going to do well because it kind of makes like a little perch or a little baby bass kind of silhouette in the water. And one of them in here is getting his face crushed. There we go. So I'm going to set that aside. There's a bunch of boxes. I'm feeling a bunch of boxes. This is a thinner one. Let's grab that. Oh, I grabbed 2. All right, 2 for 1. Oh, okay. I don't actually have any of these. My God, these are tiny. These are tiny. These are the 6 cent size number 4 panfish hooks. Now, it's a red alloy. Now, but look at the size of my index finger. And then look at the size of that hook. That thing's not even as big as my fingernail. Wow, these are tiny, tiny, tiny. Tiny little hooks. I'm not sure if I'll ever use these, but wow, those are small. And then we got, one of my favorite jigs on the planet, if not my favorite jig on the planet. The Axel Hybrid Jig. And this is in the Green Pumpkin Blue Crush. That is a beautiful, beautiful jig. Now this is in the 1 ounce. Ow. I just had a mosquito bite me in the head. Right in the head. What kind of crap is that? I hate bugs. So I'm just getting the staple out of the bottom here, so that way I can open this jig up for you. This is a 1 ounce too. This is a hefty jig. So we're just going to slide the back off here. Yeah, I don't have any of the 1 ounce. Generally, I use 3/8 of an ounce to a 1/2 ounce. But I guess if I'm going to be doing any punching, you know, the 1 ounce is the way to go. Look at the head on that thing. That thing is just massive. Holy smokes. That is huge. Now, this is by stock. I believe it is a 5/0 hook or a 6/0 hook. 6/0 hook on the 1 ounce. Let's get that skirt open. There we go. That is a beautiful color. That is a very, very beautiful color. Now, the one thing about the Axels is these are weedless jigs. The Axel system is made to make all of your jigs, your swim jigs, and stuff like that weedless. Because if you notice that the bait keeper is on a swivel and the hook is on a swivel. So what this allows you to do is screw your trailer on, then Texas rig the hook point so you'll be able to transpose the hook point, making the jig virtually weedless. You'll notice on any of the Axel series there is no weed guard. This allows it to just cut right through those bottom of the weeds, and you'll never have to worry about getting hung up. You know, it's much better to be throwing your jigs and making multiple casts at your target fish while everybody else is picking weeds out of their line. Yeah, not going to have to worry about it with this. And this is a big, beefy girl. I like that a lot. That's going to be great in deeper water that has those submerged weed beds. That's going to be awesome. That is going to be awesome. You see, this is what I was talking about by those bed fishing baits. This is a perfect bed fishing bait. You can just sight fish, stuff like that. Obviously, we don't do bed fishing up here, but sight fishing, we can do. And in the shallower water and stuff like that, in the thicker cover, if we know there's fish there, you know, we can target them with these big weedless jigs. That is handy, handy, handy. Next. All right, we got a traditional. This is the Divine Swim Jig. This is the traditional swim jig with the weed guard. 1/2 ounce. And that is in the Baby Bream color. Yeah, Baby Bream. So again with the staples, guys. Enough with the staples. They staple the bottom of these closed. So I'm just going to slide again. You know how we do up here. This one I'm not going to take out of the thing because it's pretty much straightforward. But look at that. Look at the detail in the head. Now all the heads are all those gill details and stuff like that. That's all molded in. Traditionally, with the Divine Swim jigs, I find that the weed guard's just a little too long, so I'll cut it down just so it's above the point of the hook, just to give it a little, make it run a little truer and not get the weed guard hung up on the weeds. But that is a really nice color. You know, that just looks like any sunfish or bluegill up here. So that's going to do well running that along weed lines and dragging it up ledges and stuff like that. That's going to be very, very, very handy. You know, don't be afraid to mix up your jigs, mix up the swim jigs and your bottom draggers, especially this time of year. And make sure that you're slow rolling it. A lot of these fish are going to be a little bit lethargic coming off beds. All the bucks are tired because they've been guarding the beds, and all the females are tired because they've just laid a bajillion eggs. So slow rolling a slim jig or dragging a jig through the target area can really generate a good bite, especially if the bass doesn't really have to run after anything right now. All right, next one we got a nice little accessory this time. We got the sun mask. And this is in the Texas Bass. The Texas Bass. So this is just basically a camo sun mask. Says 6 Sense Fishing on it. You know, I'm going to be able to pull this up over my face, protect myself from the sun because it is going to be a hot, hot summer. So always having an extra sun mask, good idea. What do we got here? Very nice, very nice. I didn't have any in this size, so I'm very, very happy with this. These I'm not going to take out of the package, but this is actually a new color too as well. This is the Divine Swim Bait jig heads, but this is in the 1/8 ounce. So this is a nice little finesse type, but it's still got that 4/0 hook on there, right? And look at the paint job on that, the gold and the blue, you know, the holographic eyes, screw lock keeper. You know, this is going to be a staple in any tackle box. You know, grab your favorite swim bait, throw it on the back, and off you go. I mean, 1/8 ounce, I cannot wait to throw those. Those will be great for my spinning setup when I don't want to be lugging around the bait caster. Ooh. Do I have this one? I do not. My favorite square bill crankbait of all time. The Crush 50X. It's the perfect profile size, you know, for those big or mid-sized bites. 50X has a nice faint rattle to it, and this is in the Bluegilla color. I've got the 4K Bluegill, but I did not get the Bluegilla, and the Bluegilla, oh my God, you'd swear to God this was a bluegill. Look at that, guys. The paint jobs, I swear, is second to none with 6 Sense. Got a nice big blue back, blue to the olive green, fading down into that bone on the side, molded in gill plates. Those are black nickel hooks. You do not have to change out your terminal tackle. Nice little orange highlight on the tail, and then that nice ivory and orange belly. This thing is going to get absolutely murdered. Just murdered. I've got a couple tournaments coming up, and this thing is going to be absolutely fire. What a wicked looking bait. And what I was talking about, the knockers. There we go. You know, it just makes a good enough sound to really draw in the fish before they even see it, and then they can hone in on it. This is a 3 to 6 foot or 3 to 5 foot diver. Yep, 3 to 5 foot. So this is perfect for throwing at the bank and then just dragging it down, banging it off the rocks, or throwing it along a rocky ledge and just having it bang around off the rocks and stuff like that. Now, a lot of you guys, you know, you've seen my crankbait collection and stuff like that, and you're just like, why do you have so many crankbaits? Well, remember how I just said it was, you need to be banging this off of stuff? No contact, no bite with a square bill. You want that thing banging off a structure, banging off of rocks, banging off of everything. You're going to lose crankbaits. If you're not losing your crankbaits, you're probably not fishing them properly. I just, you know, I hate to say it, but it's true. This doesn't work the same way as a deep diving round bill or anything like that. You've got to be banging these around. Keep that in mind. And we still got more. We got one left. Yo-ho! Exactly what we want to target fish right now. The Provoke 106 jerkbait, and this is in the chrome shiner. It's not very good in the box, so we're going to take it right out of the box. Anything with the chrome and the metallics and stuff like that and the holographics are going to be absolutely killer right now. This has got a ton of metallics. This has got the copper on the top, and that copper bleeds down into the gold, down into the silver and chrome on the gill plates. Come on, zoom, focus, focus. There we go. So you got the chrome gill plates, chrome sides, and then you got a lavender and ivory belly happening. Focus. There. That is just a killer, killer bait. Look at how gorgeous this is. This thing is absolutely beautiful. Holographic eyes, little black dot detail. My God, I am going to be throwing the bejesus out of this one. Holy smokes, this is a nice one. So again, this is the chrome shiner. Again, all black nickel hooks. No need to change out the terminal tackle. This is just a straight up killer for this time of year. Something that's really going to entice the fish to take that bite when they might not be prone to doing so. So that is the whole box that we got. This is actually a fantastic box. I'm really looking forward to throwing a lot of these baits. I think probably the two I'm most excited about, definitely going to be the two hard baits, the Crush 50X and the Provoke 106. These are just going to be absolutely killer, but everything else in here I can see myself throwing over the next couple weeks. So we got the Provoke, we got the Crush, we got a nice little fun sun mask, we got some itty bitty panfish hooks, we got the 1/8 ounce jig heads, loving those. We got the Flush 5.2, and then we got a nice swim jig and a good heavy pitching hybrid jig, weedless to boot, to top everything off. Guys, like I said, if you enjoy these tackle videos and stuff like that, and you enjoy seeing me unbox all of the subscription sacks and stuff like that, please do me a favor. We're up to 86 subscribers. We're almost to that 100 mark, but I can't do it without you. So if you could please hit a like on the video, leave a comment on what your favorite bait was, and if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. It would help me out a lot, and I really, really appreciate it. But that's all I got for you today, and we will just have to see you in the next video. But as always, guys, keep your heads above the water. Take care.